Loving 50 plus, the first step for weight loss long term. There's so many diets out there with so much confusion, but what is the proven method to lose weight for now and for your healthy future? And remember, by weight, I mean what we really want to lose, EBF, excess body fat. What method addresses one of the major factors that makes it tough for us to stick to diets long term? Hi, I'm Kevin, your 70 plus host for Loving 50 plus. Now, a big question that always seemed to come up when I trained people one-on-one or in group sessions was, what can I do? I just can't keep the weight off and I don't really eat that much. Well, I know the feeling. There are times when I notice I'm packing on the EBF and I have to think, how did this happen? Now, years ago, when we were kids, eating was a lot simpler. You had your breakfast before school. Maybe you were a Tony the Tiger kid and loved a bowl of sugar frosted flakes. That was my go-to. Or your guy was that cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs bird. Now your folks might have had, an egg with a piece of butter, toast, a banana, coffee or tea. Lunchtime came around and your lunchbox had, a bologna sandwich on white bread, not piled an inch high. Maybe a couple of slices with mayo or butter, or maybe you had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And Twinkies and a carton of milk. Ugh. Now dinner was usually, chicken or beef, potato, baked or mashed with gravy, and those carrots and peas we agonized over. A piece of chocolate cake if we ate them. Now sure, there were other things we ate, but at this point, we consumed a variety of foods, but at specific times, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. As kids, our sugary cereals were something we loved, but we ate in amounts that didn't really leave us stuffed. Wow, I tell you, I forgot how easy eating was. Now the opportunities to get stuffed, overstuffed are endless. We got drive-thrus offering high-calorie foods and sugary drinks. They're selling flavor, good taste, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a lot of snacks. Restaurant meals now comprise more of our daily food consumption than meals at home. And generally, those restaurant meals are higher in calories and larger portions. With convenience of eating out comes calories, often lots more than we imagine. Now listen to this, a blueberry muffin from a popular grab-and-go store is 510 calories with 51 grams of sugar. A pecan roll is 720 calories and 48 grams of sugar. One place had a cinnamon roll they listed for 720 calories. They're too scared to report sugar in that one, so who knows what it was. But as a point of reference, our helpful friends at the American Heart Association recommends no more than 36 grams of sugar per day for men and 25 grams of added sugar per day for women. Muffins and rolls with double the recommended amount of sugar, and that's just breakfast? I remember a while back, I asked 20 people in a very unscientific study how many calories they thought were in those rolls and muffins. The results were 16 people, which was 80% of those questions, guessed the goodies were 250 to 300 calories each. That's about 350 fewer calories than actual. This is a big problem because number one, if we believe we ate only a small amount of calories for breakfast, we tend to make up for it later in the day by eating other high calorie foods. Our reward for eating light, right? And number two, if we find something that's tasty, convenient, and we believe are relatively low in calories, it's a cinnamon roll, not a plate of bacon, right? We tend to eat it as our go-to meal more often. Well, figure it this way, that 350 calorie difference in imagined versus actual calories in the grab-and-go muffins can result in an extra pound of excess body fat on our midsections in 10 days. So when our relaxed fit jeans become skinny jeans, we can't blame it on an overheated clothes dryer. Now the big problem is, the next day, we've forgotten about that sugary muffin, or the secret sauce in the drive-through Supermax burger with bacon for lunch, or the bag of chips from the vending machine at work. It just all seems to blend together. But it all contributes to a steady increase in excess body fat. But the good news is, there is a simple answer, an easy tool that so many of the nice folks I've trained over the years found is a huge help in recognizing patterns of eating, often subconsciously, that increase excess body fat over time. it's awareness. For me, I realize when I've lost track of what I've been eating, busy days, dinner with family and friends, it kind of all blurs together. So I'll make it a point to track what I'm eating for a while. Now, you may have heard them called food journals or diet diaries. It sounds too simple? Look at it this way. The easiest way to solve this dilemma of actually knowing what is going into our bodies is to simply jot it down for reference later. I have file boxes. I have file boxes stuffed with food journals from the nice folks I've trained over the years. A few are neatly recorded and listed by dates and times. Most are scribbled on whatever pieces of paper with dates at the top. There's food journals written on store receipts, grocery lists, business invoices, and even the back of kids' schoolwork. I hope this was after they turned it in at school. Some of them are stapled with nutritional info labels from packaged foods, recipes that they found for delicious, healthy meals. There's even an ice cream carton label lid, the last one. It was her last. It didn't have to be, but she realized they were a little too often. Now here's a typical food journal from a very nice high school teacher. This is what we started out with. Monday, 7:30 a.m., chocolate donut, 2 large coffees with cream. 10:30 a.m., donut, coffee, cream. Lunch, 2 hot dogs, fries, and a Coke. 7 p.m., pasta with meat sauce. 9 p.m., bowl of ice cream. Now Tuesday, 7:30 a.m., 2 coffees with cream. Skip lunch. 5 p.m., pastrami, Swiss cheese sandwich, potato chips, and a Coke. Cake for dessert. 9:30 p.m., ice cream. Now Wednesday, 7:30 a.m., 2 coffees with cream, bagel with cream cheese. Lunch, 2 gyros, maybe you call them heroes, fries, and a Coke. 7 p.m., stuffed pizza and wine. Now seeing all this really surprised the client. She saw all the high-calorie foods and knew they just weren't healthy. But we also noticed something else. She was missing fruits and vegetables. So this really got to her. So by the next Monday, she was having her coffee with 1 cream and a wrap with an egg and a little cheese at 7:30 a.m. It took her 4 or 5 minutes. Lunch, she still ate at the teacher's lounge, but she made it a point to have a couple vegetables or a piece of fruit with her meal. Now, during the next few weeks, she looked for recipes from her fellow teachers, healthy stuff, and was surprised to find a lot of them were trying to do the same thing. She started to plan dinners ahead of time and really liked her go-to baked chicken breast or turkey burgers with a bowl of vegetables. It was a gradual process, but it was something she could actually do as she had become aware of what was causing her to gain excess body fat. And she just wasn't feeling good. Now, writing down what we eat is definitely not judgmental. Remember, it's about awareness. Have a fast food burger? Write it down. Don't forget the cheese or the bacon. Had a large fry? Don't be afraid. Write it down. Finish that carton of fudgy Ripple ice cream? Write it down. No one will see it. It's just between you and me. Polished off the kids' pancakes? It's a lot of what goes on. Write it down. Had a super duper Slurpee soda in your car or desk at work? Write it down. Calories you drink are often calories you ignore. Awareness. No reason for guilt. It's just good information. And small changes can result in huge, lasting results. Now, thanks for watching our Loving 50 Plus episode. I appreciate you being here. You're welcome to join us at Loving 50 Plus. And please click subscribe to keep us going. If you have a minute, leave a comment so I know what you're thinking. And maybe a thumbs up like. What you want for your body, your life, is what Loving 50 Plus is all about. I'm Kevin, your host. See you in our next video. And please take care of yourself.